Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Psychedelic song to open the day, too. Big ups to Matt Riddle for that theme song. Welcome to the second episode of No Rest Holds for the Weary here on Brave New Radio, the country's #1 college radio. I love saying that.
Funaki #1, SmackDown announcer. Woo!
I'm Dante Vacatoro. I'm still here from last week. Stephen Clark is still here from last week. Samori Rose is on a bus right now. He's going to be here in a few minutes. Jesse Norman's got car troubles. I hope he gets here, but it doesn't seem like he will. Big show this week. Not Paul White, but an actual big show for us.
And no Paul White on the card either.
No
big show on the card, but crazy weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about the Royal Rumble in a couple minutes. TakeOver. A lot happened on Raw and SmackDown this week. Second hour, it's going to be huge. We're only 10 weeks away from WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium, and all of us have predicted the card for Mania, and we'll get into specifics there. Steven, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. It's a little chilly outside, a bit nippy, but, we're talking about wrestling. That warms me up inside.
Exactly.
It warms me up.
Sub-zero temperatures have nothing on the sport of professional wrestling.
Nope. Exactly. So let's get into it, man.
Yeah. So you want to start chronologically with TakeOver, or you want to do the big stories at the Rumble first?
Let's go big stories first.
All right. The Royal Rumble. How'd you feel about it?
I was okay about it. I was okay. A lot of people loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I'm one of them.
You're one of them, really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was good.
Okay.
It wasn't the best it could be.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the worst it could be.
Right.
It was about, I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay, that's fair.
Good matches. It started off a little slow, if you ask me. Becky, Asuka to start off. Started slow, but I rewatched it and I really liked it, honestly.
Okay.
I really liked it. Becky is, we'll talk a lot more about her later.
Yeah, this was Becky's weekend for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But I really enjoyed the rest of the card. Both Rumbles were good, in my opinion. The men outshined the women a little bit. But what are your thoughts so far, honestly?
There are very few superlatives that I could use to describe how good the Rumble was. This, in my humble opinion, was the best pay-per-view of all time. At least main roster-wise. I think you stack it up against TakeOver New Orleans, maybe doesn't quite beat that. But as a whole, what a show from top to bottom.
It was.
I gave 2 matches on the show the full 5 stars.
Really? 2?
Yes.
Not 1, but 2.
2.
Wow.
Common denominator in those matches were Becky Lynch. Both Becky, Asuka, and the Women's Rumble, I gave the full 5 to, and I do not regret it in the least. Hell of a show, hell of a performance from both. I think they just told real good stories. I think at the end of the day, they just went above and beyond for me.
And that's the most important thing about wrestling to me. You could have everything in wrestling. Mm-hmm. You can have talent. You can have the looks, but you need storytelling. I 100% agree with
absolutely.
That. You need the storytelling. And I guess 5 stars if you want to give it, but I don't know if 5 stars is for me, but I still think the Women's Rumble to me started off a little slow.
Okay.
But it did pick up. I give it that. Towards the end, the big names came out.
I think if I had 2 complaints about the Women's Rumble, they're kind of nitpicky, so I don't, I wouldn't really consider them like major gripes, but I wish Liv Morgan had more time. She got eliminated in about 8 seconds, got just, dumped over the top rope.
She's the new Santino.
Yeah. But, that's the way that Liv, it fit her character in a way to just do that. And it played into, when Ruby came in, both her and Logan had their little scuffle with her. Yeah. And I wish Natalya wasn't the Iron Woman.
Oh, you should have seen my face when she came out.
Ember, The first 2 with Lacey and Natty were kind of rough for me. Lacey won me over during this match.
Yeah, me too. She impressed me a lot. Yeah. I didn't really watch much of her in NXT.
I didn't. I tried to tune her out in NXT, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. If I usually don't watch NXT live, so I watch it like a day or 2 behind. Every time she comes out, I just fast forward really quick. But she impressed me. Good for her. Yeah. I didn't expect that. Good for her.
Ember Moon was only 3 minutes away from being the Iron Woman, so I wish she held on just a little longer, especially in a 75-minute match. The match went an hour 12, which I think was longer than the 40-man Rumble in 2011.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the 40-man Rumble was an hour 10. This was an hour 12. which is crazy because it was like the fourth match on the main card.
Yeah, and I agree. Ember should have gotten the prestige of that. She
Did
was
you
in
see,
there.
like, her elbow was messed up and she was taking everyone's moves on her neck. And, like, every time someone came into the ring, Ember Moon was the one to take the first big move. God bless.
Yeah, God bless Ember. Thank you. Ember.
She's going to be gone until probably the summer, which is a bummer, but...
Yeah, which kind of messed up my Mania predictions, I'd have to say, because I did have her I had her in a marquee match, but...
Samori Rose, ladies and gentlemen, he's coming in. How's your commute, buddy?
I can't say what I want to say about it.
I feel it. It's disgusting. I'm just happy that you're here. Thank you for braving the cold.
Bud.
So, you could use either mic. It doesn't matter. when you get your bearings here, what did you think of the Rumble?
Oh Lord, I was highly disappointed.
Really?
Yeah.
Hot take.
Becky and Asuka was very well done.
Okay.
I think it was a really good match. I'm fine with that. What was after that? See, I'm losing track.
The Miz and Shane versus Cesaro and Shane.
Beautiful.
I love that.
No,
Beautiful.
The storyline, especially after what happened on SmackDown, I felt like it came to fruition. So, but I think you should have changed that match with the AJ match because
I've heard that critique.
I feel bad for AJ. He gets put in all these bad positions for his matches, and then the crowd just sits there. It's tiring being at these shows. I know it's tiring, but
I'm tired of AJ Styles to begin with. So
you're gonna get your break at the Mania probably.
Yeah. I understand that point, and I've heard that from people, and it does make sense. Cesaro and Sheamus against Miz and Shane was clearly like the if you were gonna have anything after that, I would call that
a bathroom break, but
yeah,
it was entertaining when Cesaro swung him around for a minute.
But not even AJ Styles in that match. Think of Daniel Bryan, how good he's been doing, and he just gets put in that situation.
For their credit, they did as well as they could. The match was like fundamentally fine. It was that everyone was out to lunch during it.
There was no reaction to
Nobody
the match.
cared.
No.
Eric Rowan was the most interesting part of that match.
I was so confused. I thought I was like dreaming or something. I'm like, what is going on? And he comes out with these full tattoos too. I'm like,
I know he had full sleeves for
like,
whatever
what
reason.
happened?
And he had the Daniel Bryan flannel on too.
Yeah. Oh my.
That looked like his big brother.
We'll get into
we'll get into that.
We'll get into Eric Rowan in the second half hour. Yeah. So you what about the Rumble matches themselves though?
All right. So the men's match I felt was very boring. I thought it was very boring. Like it just went through the flow. I think it's boring because we all knew who's gonna win. Like there was nothing like new to it. The women's Rumble, we had no clue Becky was coming in. We all speculated it.
Yeah.
Then she came in. We were like, oh, she's coming in. Then they worked the storyline with her knee. And like, oh, first probably going to be Charlotte again, but nope, it was Becky.
Yeah.
And that got the crowd on fire. And I was happy to see that. That was up for me during the show. Then I'm trying to think. Universal title match got me upset because they made Finn look like an idiot.
Why?
I liked it. He had his moments.
No, the match itself was good. He didn't even give him one F5. I understand the Kimura thing. He had like a 150-pound weight advantage on him, but he didn't even hit him with an F5 to make him lose. So I felt like he made him look weak, and then he beat him up after, and then that led to nothing. So I'm like, okay.
It could be taken though as Brock was upset that Finn got so much offense in on him, so he was just frustrated. Like he knew that Finn had him at some points, and then that he took his frustration out after the match. That's how I took it, but I understand your point.
I thought when they did that they would lead up to a second match. Then they bring the demon out, but
that's not in Brock's contract.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening.
He's showing up at Mania, dropping the belt, and going home.
Please don't.
So.
I'll be so happy.
Well, that's what we thought last year too.
That's true. That's true.
We all know that story.
They pull the trigger this year, please.
I think they will. I think they will because I don't know if you guys watched the WWE 24 on.
Oh yeah,
he threw the belt at him.
Yeah.
Like,
wow. Brock Lesnar threw the Universal title at Vince McMahon as he's coming out of the.
I'm looking at the poster over there that says what 8 words we're not allowed to say on air because Vince said something on to Brock after he threw the belt at him. It's not up there. I'm not going to say it though, just in case higher ups.
All those words on that list makes me describe Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Another thing that shocked me at the Rumble, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Winning the title.
Taking back the United States Championship.
Something else shocked me on SmackDown.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. that was a big thing on SmackDown.
Oh my God.
In the moment, though, of the Rumble, I'm just tuning on and I see Nakamura, Rusev going at it. And then I'm looking at my phone. I look up Shinsuke's the United States champion. I'm like, why?
I think they did it
for what happens on SmackDown.
I think they did it, and I think they did it for Becky too.
Yes,
that's the main, because I didn't notice that until the Lana came out. I'm like, oh, she's working the injury, so I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the match wasn't that bad.
It was.
They have good chemistry.
They do. They have amazing chemistry together.
And what I think they're gonna do now is gonna be very interesting.
Yeah.
But
I think they're gonna go the bar route, but we're gonna get to that later.
One thing that frustrates me with this is Lana. Okay,
of course,
she is a professional wrestler. She takes one bump on her back a couple weeks ago. She hasn't been seen since the Rumble. She takes a bump off the ring to the floor. One bump. She had 3 weeks to heal from her back. One bump. She can't compete. Like, she's a professional wrestler.
She worked Money in the Bank last year. She took ladder shots.
She did.
Yeah, she's gotten way worse in her short career so far. That's the one thing that confuses me with this.
Never doubt WWE, though. They gave you a match on the kickoff that you just wrote off in your minds. You were just like, oh, that's a kickoff match. Why do I care? They set up Becky Lynch's Rumble win with that match.
Yeah.
And they gave you a big long-term storyline with Rusev and Nakamura, at least leading into the next pay-per-view or even to Mania.
Possible future tag team. Who knows?
I got them at Mania.
Yeah.
I got them at Mania.
I'm excited for this second hour.
Shout out to the Cruiserweight title match.
Yeah.
Especially for Hideo Itami, because he just asked for his release.
Yep.
And he lost on 205 Live, so they set him out. But that was a really good match, especially the spot where he was on the ropes. He was holding the ropes up for
that was insane. Yeah. So
I think it was Tozawa.
Yeah, let's paint the picture here. Buddy Murphy's got Kalisto up for a power bomb outside the ring. Hideo Itami pulls up the ropes. Kira Tozawa dives through the ropes, hits Kalisto in the back, and Kalisto flips Buddy Murphy into the barricade. One of the craziest things I've ever seen.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Shout out to them. They don't get enough airtime on pay-per-views and all that.
And they're always on a pre-show. Well, except for Survivor Series. And when they, like you said, they don't get much time. But 205 Live has gotten better.
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot better.
This week was Drake Maverick's 1-year anniversary on 205. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies, right?
It hasn't even felt like it's been a year yet.
Also, don't forget in the kick show. The kickoff show. The Raw Tag Team Champions, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, versus the newly formed team of Razor and Scott Dawson.
The Revivals of Pain, yeah.
Do we have any thoughts on this?
It happened.
It did happen.
It happened. Of all the matches I watched, it was one of them.
It was one of them.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Eventually it's going to lead to a triple threat tag between AOP, Revival, Roode and Gable. It just depends on when Akam, heals up. Yeah. It was a way to get Bobby Roode on the card. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, because he wasn't in the Rumble either.
Right.
No.
He wasn't.
No.
Yeah, why not just put both of the Revival on? I don't understand, but it's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Also, we had on the card Ronda Rousey.
I love this match.
Defeating Sasha Banks. Ronda's best performance for me so far.
This was as close to a shoot fight as I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
They beat the hell out of each other.
Storytelling in the match.
So good.
Lovely. The action in the match. Lovely. Two great athletes. Both of them. They work together really well.
Oh, yeah.
Really well. And Ronda's really it's been 1 year since Ronda debuted now. She's really coming to herself.
Yeah,
as
for sure.
WWE
the string of
superstar.
matches she's been putting on is very good.
Yeah.
And she's entertaining. That's all I can say. She's entertaining. Not on the mic. Not on the mic.
We'll talk about that with our Raw recap. Oh my, Becky eviscerated her on Raw.
But as a performer, she's very entertaining.
Yes. Agree.
Yeah. Ronda has picked up the little nuances of wrestling quicker than anyone I've ever seen work. More than Angle, more than Lesnar. She became a television.
I would debate you on Angle.
Yeah?
I would debate you on Angle. But it's close, though.
Yeah.
I agree, Ronda. I agree with Ronda.
The things... I listened to a couple of her interviews for her website, and she's very off the cuff with those interviews. Like, she doesn't really kayfabe anything. Like, she's just, like, talking about how she feels about everything. And she brought up something interesting that, like, she could do things with Sasha in matches that she can't do with Nia Jax.
Of course.
Because of their size and everything. The fact that you could pick that up and you can make a completely different match from wrestler to wrestler who you work is something that a veteran that wouldn't be able to
match on Raw. I know
with Bayley.
We're all going to get to this later, but the match on Raw is very well
really
done.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave Bayley some sign. She somewhat needs it. Well, she's about to get a tag title. So
the only
it's okay.
thing with that, we'll get to that, but I knew it was going to be Bailey. That's the only thing.
Yeah, because they're setting up the whole horsewomen line that Ron has to go through. Yeah.
That's fine though.
So
that's what we all want to see.
Let's get into specifics of the women's rumble because that was chronologically first. What specifically about the rumbles, the women's rumble in particular, did you like, not like?
Okay. Well, obviously, I love the ending. I'll give you that. We all love the ending. We all love Becky. I didn't like the start in a way. I think it started off really slow.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of names that I didn't need in there were in there. Like, I really didn't. I don't know. I just felt like, Tamina, Natalia.
Well, Natalia was the Iron Woman. She had her spot in there.
Yeah.
But
Lacey Evans had a nice performance. I didn't expect her to be number one.
We both
either.
said that. Yeah.
She had a nice performance.
Then Mandy came out. Liv Morgan, Mickie James. People we see constantly on SmackDown and Raw. I know that's what a Rumble is. People in, but I like surprises mixed in there too.
It speaks to the fact that the women's roster on the main roster anyway is so thin that they have to put everyone in.
Yeah.
You never see a guy like Mike Kanellis in the men's rumble because there's just too many actual names.
But in the women's rumble, we see Dana Brooke, and I don't remember the last time she won a match on TV.
Yeah, that you got a point there.
But we did have some surprises. We had Candice. I was very happy to see Candice.
Io Shirai was in there too.
Yeah, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley. The female Pete Dunne, Rhea Ripley, man, I became a huge fan of her.
She has such a star presence about her.
Man,
I was surprised Tony Storm wasn't in there.
Yeah, me too.
She was around.
She was at Takeover, so I was like,
she was in the crowd. Yeah,
so I was like, I would figure that she would be in the Rumble.
And what was that other girl that entered?
So we had Kyrie, Io.
Yes.
Rhea
Ripley. From my town.
Casey Catanzaro.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah,
she's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so Samori's from Belleville. That's where Casey's from. I'm from Nutley, which is the next town over. So I tell everyone.
Like Nutley.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, she had a hell of a performance. She did Kofi's little escape elimination thing better than Kofi's ever done.
Wow.
Yeah, Naomi did one too, but then Mandy Rose just pushed her. It was hilarious.
Second straight year that Naomi's done this impressive thing, and as soon as she gets back to the ring, she gets thrown out. I love it.
But
I love it.
The thing is, if I was in that front row and I saw Naomi walking across, I have the urge in my head to just push her.
Yeah.
Just to push her. Or it's like shake the barricade a little bit. It's like try to make it harder.
Or like last year when Maria Menounos was just taking a selfie while Naomi was trying to get in.
So I'd do something stupid like that. But yeah, Charlotte came in halfway through the Rumble, which was good. Didn't come in too late, I guess. But all the big names came out late, including Dana Brooke came out in 22. But yeah.
Dana Brooke coming out that late reminds me of the 2017 Rumble when Apollo came out at like 23, 24 or whatever. And there was a whole thread on Reddit about how he didn't need to be in the Rumble at all. He ruined the flow of the Rumble.
Yeah.
Because that was a star-studded Rumble.
Yeah.
I was shocked that Carmella entered.
Yeah, you thought she was going to get attacked.
I thought R-Truth was going to come in. I still thought R-Truth.
I thought Becky took her spot, but but I liked what they did.
I appreciate that they took out Lana and
Me too.
Carmella. Because Carmella had a hell of a year last year, and I think she deserves to at least get some sort of spotlight for that.
Like, I give credit to Lana. For letting them go with that. Props to her.
Did you see Rusev's tweet about that?
Yeah, he was like, so Becky entered in my wife's number, so congratulations,
Lana. I love you. See you at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Fantastic. I love his Twitter. Rusev. Fantastic Twitter.
It was cool, and this is the parallel into the men's Rumble. They didn't rely on legends this year to pad the names. It was more about the future of the company than it was about the past. And something that I was telling my buddies during the men's Rumble, because we rewatched it Monday night before Raw, because that's how good it was. At any point during the men's Rumble, you look at a snapshot of who's in the ring, and you say to yourself, God, they all work for the same company. Yeah. The amalgamation of talent that they have at their disposal is ridiculous, and it's so cool to see that.
You're right. I have nothing against that. You're 100% correct.
There were points where, like, Andrade was working Pete Dunne in the men's Rumble. It's like, God, imagine that singles match. Imagine Andrade and Mustafa, or Mustafa and Dunne, and, you know.
Oh, man. Take my money, Vince, right now. Take my money.
In the men's Rumble, I was really happy Andrade got to the Final Four.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
That's a hard sell on Andrade.
Now, Dolph shouldn't have been in there, but he always seems to finagle his way in the final 5 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to start at the beginning of the Rumble.
Okay.
Elias comes out. I'm like, okay, Elias. And then all of a sudden, Double J comes out. JEFF-JA-R-R
Nips askew, just in between the little frills on his shirt.
God,
Oh my
I'm
God!
Like, get this man off my screen.
Yeah, this is a reason why I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. It's just I was like, really,
Yeah.
really.
Man, I was just thinking TNA in my head. And then like Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe comes in. I'm like, man, I'm watching TNA.
I was surprised how
2010.
short Kurt Angle was in the match.
He can't work long.
He's an old man.
His
Yeah,
neck is,
I understand.
his neck is made of silly putty and rubber right now.
I understand.
I at least expected the straps to come down.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
But-
That's true.
Jeez, he was gone in a second, like you said. But I love Kurt Hawkins. So happy he got in a Rumble. I love the spot
got an
with
elimination
Titus.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got an elimination. The spot with Titus when
Yeah.
he runs down to the ring, stops, cheers. Yeah, I didn't fall under. And then he sees Kurt Hawkins under the ring and he goes chasing after him. Thought that was fantastic. Really funny. No Ty Dillinger at number 10.
That's more
Well, I
than
believe he's
okay.
hurt. I believe.
Is he?
I believe he's hurt.
I soured on Ty Dillinger so quick into his run.
So,
I have no issue with
but
Ty
instead
Dillinger.
at number 10, we had Seth Rollins.
How could you complain that you got Seth over
I'm
Ty
not
Dillinger?
complaining.
I know, yeah.
I'm just saying that they gave up Ty's done now.
That's fine. That's fine. Have him be the AEW Heritage Champion or whatever the hell he's going to be over there. And then everyone complains that they're just a bunch of WWE rejects in that promotion. That's all.
Yeah. And we had a couple surprises too.
Yep.
We had Johnny Gargano.
I was real surprised about that because he had a hell of a match at TakeOver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Boot
good.
and a half.
We'll get to that. But
Yeah.
that was my favorite match on that show.
Aleister Black was in there too,
Aleister
Aleister
Black.
and he was
show.
working his knee injury too. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had the tape around his on his knee. Yeah. Pete Dunne.
That was my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
I
Me
love
too.
Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
I love.
Too.
It.
My wrestler of the year.
Yeah.
That was my
You
wrestler
said
of the
that,
year.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the men's rumble. I think the women's rumble was better. But the men's rumble was nothing to shy over. I think it was just as good, if not better, than last year's. And last year's men's rumble was my favorite ever. So I give it high praise.
Yeah.
They did it well. The one thing that we haven't mentioned about like elimination wise, the fact that the roster's so stacked, it felt cool that people just got eliminated. Like it wasn't a big deal to stack the back half of the rumble.
Yeah.
Like they had Drew McIntyre just go out when Ziggler showed
fine.
up,
That's
which is
fine.
fine. I thought Drew might have been final 2 or might even win the thing. But it creates that unpredictability that, we're not just waiting for this guy to be final 2 to get eliminated. Like he might be eliminated now. So I was happy with that.
And also, Nia Jax. We got to talk about that.
Yes.
Nia
Yes.
Jax coming in number 30, attacking R-Truth. What do you guys think? I want your thoughts first.
I'm cool with it.
I have no issue with it. I just when I saw it in real time, I was like, like what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I heard before the Rumble there was a big surprise, so I was like, yeah, "That's a big surprise." I said.
To me, the big surprise is how hard Dolph Ziggler super kicked her.
Yeah.
That was stiff. I was like, oh my
The
goodness.
boys had a vendetta against
Yeah,
her.
619 RKO super
yeah.
kick. Woo, beautiful.
Yeah, that super kick was stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was different. You weren't expecting it with 2 rumbles now. You're not expecting people to be
female.
involved.
She's the
so.
first to participate in
I mean,
both.
2 at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, in the
It's
same
cool.
night. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because Beth Phoenix was in the 2010 men's rumble
And then
last year's women's rumble. So she was technically the first, but Nia being the
the
first in
same
both
night.
and eliminating girls and guys in both rumbles.
Yeah, and
That's
another
cool.
thing too was Cena wasn't got
Yeah.
on schedule. If he was originally supposed to be in the match, would he have been in the final 2 with Seth Rollins?
No.
I don't think so.
You don't
No.
think so?
So original plans were he was never going to work the Rumble.
That's right,
to
'cause
begin
Lars
with,
was
because
supposed
Lars
to.
was going to take him out, and that's how they set up the Mania. Drew was the one who took him out because Lars is dealing with his issues.
Yeah.
So he was never going to be in to begin with, and I think that's why Braun was going to be added no matter what.
Yeah. Somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, because if Cena's not working, you have to put a name in there anyway.
So Cena's probably his replacement for the match wasn't Braun. It was probably Shelton Benjamin. Looking at the list
Yeah.
right now,
Just came in out of
I
nowhere.
was
Yeah.
like, he's still in the. I forgot about Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I hear that music. I'm like, that sounds familiar, but it wasn't that. Ain't no stop. the beat, no.
Yeah.
It was that other techno music, whatever he likes now. But good Rumble.
Yeah.
Good Rumble, man. Good Rumble.
Overall, I give the show 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Good show.
It gets a thumb and a half.
That's fine.
Yeah, I give it like
fine.
a 7.5, like I said, out of 10. Yeah.
We've got about 6 minutes before our contractually obligated break at 7:30. So let's talk Takeover real quick too while we're here.
Beautiful. Mwah.
I thought it was a step below the Rumble, but I still really liked it.
I'm gonna say it's better than the Rumble.
Okay.
I think it's
To
better
me.
than Rumble too. Well, it just from start to finish. It's a
Yeah.
shorter show, which I like. I don't get tired.
That's true.
That's one of my
That's
reasons.
true.
Started off hot. The War Raiders
Really
entrance.
hot.
The War Raiders
Yeah.
entrance. Let's talk about that. Wow.
They put up like 5 videos on WWE PC's
My favorite
YouTube channel. I love it. I love
the
watching all
behind
of
the
Yeah.
scenes view of the NXT guys.
And I like how Takeover they like emphasize entrances.
Yeah.
If you notice that
Yeah.
over any of them, I like how they've always done
The
that.
fact that they only have 5 matches means that it's a privilege to be on the show.
Yeah.
So they go all out when they're on the show, which is really nice.
Technically, no Adam Cole or Velveteen matches.
Right.
We're gonna get that Sunday though.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not watching Maroon 5.
halftime heat.
Yeah.
Vince taking his shots at.
Can we
Maroon
talk
5.
about that? Like, Shawn Michaels just shows up on the pre-show with the NXT UK t-shirts. Like, all right, pal, yeah, we got a halftime heat going on.
And I'm all for it. That
Yeah,
match,
it's great.
I'm all
It's
for
great.
They
that.
must
It
have
beats the
got-
Patriots so much.
They must have gotten in trouble. I think they got in trouble because on
Yeah.
Raw,
They took out the Maroon 5 diss
took
on
out-
the commercial.
They had to get in trouble for that.
The
Yeah.
cease and desist or something, at
Something.
least.
They can't use the pictures and the word Maroon 5. But
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious, the commercials.
Yeah.
Like the guys crying in the crowd, like miserable, like at the Super Bowl. Instead, watch halftime heat, big
Yeah.
6-man tag. But Takeover was, like I said, started off hot. That tag match.
That tag match sold me on the War Raiders.
Fantastic.
I didn't care about them before that match.
Yeah,
I never really cared about
They're
them.
talented, very talented.
When I saw Hanson do like the hands, when I
The
saw him,
handspring.
when I
off
saw him
the
do
ropes,
that, I was like, I'm all for you.
Yeah.
Anytime I see you,
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I see guys like Apollo Crews do that.
Yeah.
And then see this big 300-pound
Yeah.
man, I'm like, man, why aren't I doing that?
I'm all for that anytime I see it.
What match was next? The women's?
Matt Riddle and Cassius Ohno's foot fetish.
I thought the match wasn't bad, but that spot threw me off a little. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
That was my
I like how they
break.
ended it
Yeah.
though. How he tapped
Yeah.
out from him, just elbowing
Yeah.
him like 40
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool.
Established Matt Riddle as a threat. He could just beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
I thought the match was good. It's the same thing with the Velveteen Ono match from last year at Takeover. People really wanted to watch the guy Ono's fighting, but they don't care enough about Ono to keep invested in the match.
Yeah, like
Right.
he's just enhancement talent kind of down there. Like
Which
a
is
top
fine, yeah.
tier enhancement
Yeah,
talent.
which is fine because he's probably just going to retire as a trainer anyway
Yeah.
and just train boys down there, which is more than okay.
Fine with me.
It was good for what it needed to be.
And then we had our North American title.
Match of the night. That to me, that's
Yeah,
easily match of the night.
for a full day, it was my match of the year. And then
Powerful day.
then the women's rumble happened, and yeah, so
Man.
hell of a match.
Ricochet's making me a fan. Like,
Yeah.
I liked Ricochet. He was okay to me, but he's making me one
Yeah.
of his top fans.
Ricochet is most improved wrestler of 2018, I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he was just that indie guy who does matches.
and
and-
flips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he went to WWE, and he's a complete wrestler now.
Yeah. Definitely. And especially with Johnny, too.
Yeah.
Johnny is
Johnny
just-
can't
The
do any
story-
wrong.
The story, I love the story. Like he was torn in between,
Yeah.
doing them wrong or being the normal. But he won the title on his own. I'll give him that.
Shout out to Johnny. I love Johnny.
Women's title.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch it.
Oh,
But I saw the highlights. The 450 splash she did, that surprised me. I didn't actually think she could do that.
she did at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention probably.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bianca Belair.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
Wow.
her hair whip, she whipped her. She made her started bleeding. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
yeah.
She impressed me.
Did you hear what Sam Roberts said about her on the?
Don't-
Yeah, that
Oh,
she shouldn't be on
It
yet.
was a waste. And then she responded after the show. She's like, "Mr. Sam, you could kiss my ass." I'm
I
like,
love that.
I'm sold. You do you, girl.
Can't stand Sam Roberts. I don't know if you know Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins have a podcast.
Yes.
And they had a holiday toy drive where they invited Sam Roberts to come to donate toys to kids who are less fortunate. And he did not show up. So I
Wow.
am not a fan of Sam Roberts. He looks like Doink the Clown, like they say. So
The only one but this is back to Becky. I like how Bianca Belair went out. She didn't tap. I think Becky should have went out like that too. That's just
Yeah.
me. That's the only thing. I didn't like
Yeah.
that she tapped. I know we're like backtracking, but I like how Bianca Belair did not tap.
That's cool.
yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
She looked like she like
Yeah,
couldn't
like she
continue.
belongs.
She literally couldn't continue.
They sold you on Bianca by the fact that she got the visual win with the ref down. She needed the horsewomen to attack her, and she didn't tap
made
out.
it look strong.
Yeah.
Made it
Yeah.
look real strong. And then we have our main event.
This started off slow, and then really picked up.
Well, being at a takeover, I've been to 2 takeovers. It gets tiring.
Yeah,
because the matches are nonstop. Like even I was at Takeover Brooklyn 4 with Johnny versus Tommaso Ciampa, and it was a great match. Was it a street fight? It was.
Yeah,
it was a great match, but it just got
last man standing.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn was last man standing.
It just gets tiring. It just gets tiring, but. They put on a show. 2 very talented guys.
Yeah, they bought something different because the whole show was mostly like a lot of people flipping, doing crazy things. They slowed the pace down, made it a more technical match.
Yeah, and Alistair's kicks, I just love his striking. Alistair, it's insane.
Yeah, Ciampa is just such a smart wrestler. Yeah. He got Black Mass and he turned his shoulder over. I'm like, that's like who would think of that? That's like it was really smart of him.
Yeah, I love how Ciampa claps for himself over and pats himself on the back, and his beard's all puffy, he's the guy. He's the next Triple H. He's the next Triple H.
He's so good at what he does.
Yeah, he's the next cerebral assassin. He's the next Triple H.
So overall, 2 thumbs up too for Takeover.
Of course.
Yeah. 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah. It would have been the worst Takeover of 2018, but that's just because 2018 produced so many amazing takeovers.
And there's nothing wrong with being the worst of 2018. It's like Kanye West's discography.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. So that was the weekend. After this little song break that we're contractually obligated to take now, we will be back and talking about Raw and SmackDown Monday and Tuesday. Keep it locked here on Brave New Radio.
Soul caved in, now free fall in a black hole. I know I'm getting warm cause I feel so cold, but I'm looking on the bright side now, trying to figure out somehow. None of this is real now. It's looking like a write-off now. I think we need to talk right now. So, don't swear to God he never asked you. It's not his heart you drew a knife through. It's not his world you turned inside out. Not his tears still rolling down. Jesus Christ, you're so damn cold. Don't you know you've lost control? Forget about the things you think I know. No secrets you can't keep me. Death blow, look at you go. Brought a T62 to a rodeo. So told, it broke the 4th wall. Guess my fairy tale has a few plot holes. But I'm looking on the bright side now, trying to figure out somehow. None of this is real. You can give the act up now. Go ahead and take a bow. So, don't swear to God he never asked you. It's not his heart he drew a knife through. Well, he turned inside out. Not his tears still rolling down. Jesus Christ, you're so damn cold. Don't you know you've lost control? Forget about the things you think I know. No secrets you can't keep me. No secrets you can't keep me. Just a little faith in anyone or anything. I'm not looking for salvation. Just a little faith in anyone or anything. Cause it's so complicated. And it's time I knew you. So don't swear to God he never asked you. It's not his heart he drove a knife through. It's not his world you turned inside out. Not his tears still rolling down. Jesus Christ, you're so damn cold. Don't you know you've lost control? Forget about the things you think I know. know no secrets, you can't keep me. Don't swear to God he never asked you. It's not his heart he drove a knife through. It's not his world he turned inside out. Not his tears still rolling down. Jesus Christ, you're so damn cold. Don't you know you've lost control? Forget about the things you think I know. No secrets, you can't keep me.
We are back from the dark, ladies and gentlemen. That was In the Dark by Bring Me the Horizon. I'm just going to keep playing songs from the new album, Amo, because it's my favorite album, and it's not in wide orbit, so it's playing it off of my phone.
There you go.
Welcome back to No Rest Holds for the Weary here on the award-winning Brave New Radio. I'm Dante Vacatoro. We got Stephen Clark and Samori Rose in studio. Jesse Norman's car still won't start, so he's probably not coming.
Good morning, everybody. It's cold.
It's disgustingly cold out right now. So if you missed the first half hour, we covered the Rumble and Takeover. Shame on you for missing it.
Yeah, what's wrong with you guys?
It will be on the on-demand on YouTube when I decide to upload that. Yeah. Right now, we're going to talk Raw and SmackDown for the next half hour here. Lots of stuff in the fallout of the Rumble, and I liked all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Let's go with Raw.
Raw. Wow. That's all I got to say. What a show. Finally. Like, I mean, Raw's been good recently, but I think this is above and beyond this show. Started with Seth. That promo with Seth made me really hope he beats the crap out of Lesnar. Or whoever he picks at the time. We don't know who he picks. But
Dean's promo also, too. I felt like Dean, especially since he's on his way out, I felt like he brought a lot of energy to his promo, especially with Triple H.
Yeah, it's so easy, like, if you know you're leaving, to just phone it in, and it didn't feel like Dean phoned it in with that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, to Dean, I'm going to talk for him for a little. I think we're going to miss him when he's gone. Like, I felt like he was really underappreciated, especially the risk he put himself through. I feel like he's going to be he's very underappreciated.
We took him for granted, I think.
Yeah, we did. No more Shields. Think about that.
It's sad, too, the last time that they did the little Shield post was when Roman went away.
I guess that's meant to be then.
I guess so. It's the
most memorable.
It's crazy to me that before Roman's diagnosis and subsequent departure, the plan for WrestleMania was Roman versus Dean for the title. And to go from probably a Universal title match at WrestleMania to leaving because you're just tired of wrestling.
Frustrating.
Is crazy.
It's frustrating for Ambrose. I see where he's coming from.
He came back with the ability to do his own thing. And, the reports out there that said he was tired of the hokey stuff that he did and he wanted to be more of his own creative outlet. And he was able to do that with his heel turn. That's, kind of the basis of what he did. And it just didn't connect with people. And it's crazy because it's Dean Ambrose. You would think it would connect with people.
Yeah, it wasn't good. His heel turn either. It was like, I expected, psycho, like Nikki Cross style Dean to come. But instead we got like this germaphobe. I'm just like, I don't want a germaphobe. I want crazy psycho Dean going nuts on people and just like creating havoc all over Raw.
Like, I don't know if you remember the promo after Seth Rollins stabbed him in the back. That's the kind of Dean I want.
Yeah.
That's the kind of Dean I want. And the match they had was exceptional. I thought the match was very well done. And I have my thing about the TLC match they had. Whatever. What are you going to do? This was much better.
Better than TLC, I agree.
Yeah. Much better. And like you said, it's easy for him to just pack it up. I don't care anymore. Yeah. But he's putting effort into it, and I like that.
He worked that little angle with Nia Jax afterwards, too, which is real nice. Yeah.
Yeah, makes Nia seem like a star, too.
And a bully.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was kind of ironic, because that's the story going into Mania last year.
Yeah.
Nia was getting bullied by Alexa, and now she's
the bully. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a couple qualifiers for the Women's Chamber, for the inaugural Women's Tag titles.
I'm okay with them, but, like, the random teams isn't my thing.
The random teams that they lost, that lost those matches, like, obviously they lost, Natty and Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke was just a bad guy, like, last week.
Yeah, she was
and the week before that she was good.
Yeah.
Like, more turns in the Big Show going on right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, whatever, Dana Brooke.
The teams are who I expected it to, because Sasha and Bailey have their qualifying match next week. They're gonna win because they're fighting Nikki and Alicia Fox, which that in of itself too is weird.
That's gonna be interesting though to see that. Just the two personalities.
Just to see Nikki Cross fight those two is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And then Nia and Tamina won, and then the Riot Squad got in, which makes sense.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Anytime Liv Morgan's gonna be in a destructive match where she could take big bumps, she's gonna shine in.
She's gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh man, it'll be fun.
So it was fine. It establishes the women's tag titles. People want it. It's gonna be good.
Corbin defeating Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people didn't like this. I saw, but I'm okay.
Fine.
Whatever. You know, Corbin's a young, talented guy. Angle's talented, but he's on the older spectrum.
They don't need Kurt Angle to keep winning matches against people anymore, you know?
Yeah, he could put people over.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Something he said in an interview, I think, is on YouTube or something, that I have to create my own path to WrestleMania or something. I'm like, what's he gonna do at WrestleMania? Yeah. I'm saying, I'm like,
who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like, I don't like last year was perfect for him in that tag match because it was a tag match. You didn't have to take all the bumps and he got a lot of rest, but he can't be in a singles match, can he?
Unless it goes like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Like Goldberg, Brock from.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be in the the Andre the Giant.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
He takes break. He doesn't have, like you said, he doesn't take as many bumps. He could take his breaks.
He'll be one of the guys who actually gets an entrance.
Yeah, one of the last people in. You know, because looking at the card, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal has to be stacked.
Yeah, it's gonna be
because there's so much talent that probably won't be in big time matches.
You're still gonna have your No Way Jose's. And your
obviously, because everyone gets a payday for the Andre.
Yeah, which is I like. I'm fine.
It's
with
fine.
That.
It's fine. It gives the boys money.
I'm gonna be there. I get to see everybody. I'm okay with that. Yeah. So
it might make main show just because of the talent involved with it.
I think if Angle's on it, it'll make main show.
Yeah.
Absolutely right there. Yeah.
And we also had on the show the Revival defeating Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins.
I know you're the Hawkins and Ryder guy.
I'm the Hawkins and Ryder guy. Don't count them out.
It was cool that they gave like a little backstory about Hawkins and Ryder to establish to the people who didn't grow up 10 years ago watching them.
I believe we all basically.
Yeah, I remember Hawkins and Ryder.
I remember them winning the titles at the Great American Bash.
Yeah. Were you there for that?
No.
Okay.
I actually didn't watch it live. I think. I don't know where I was. I think it was during the summer, obviously.
Yeah,
I think
it was July.
On vacation or something.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Because I think you're at every show anyway. You seem like you're just I was there too. Yeah.
But I was on vacation or something, and I remember going to like the hotel lobby computer, going to WWE.com and seeing they won the titles. I was like, no way. But I was always a huge fan of Edge and the Edge heads, like the La Familia, Chavo, Bam Neely, Vicky. Like, it was a great story.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good run. That was a good run.
Like that's my childhood right there. If you think about childhood, it's La Familia, The Undertaker, Batista, like all that.
2008, I think, was the first year that I really got back into wrestling.
Yeah.
So I remember. For whatever reason, in 2007, my father came home with a magazine, Best of 2004. Don't know why he was like, yeah, it was on the shelf. I got it for you at Barnes & Noble. It was like, why is 2004 still there? But I read that and I got back into wrestling through that. So 2008 was the first year that I really like clicked back into wrestling. So
that was a good Mania too that year. WrestleMania 24
was.
Yeah. One of my favorite.
Sean and Rick.
One of my favorite moments, WrestleMania history, Hornswoggle getting the trash can thrown at him, full speed by JBL.
And the street fight.
Belfast Brawl, whatever.
Belfast Brawl, JBL and Finlay,
Shawn Michaels broke his ribs for us that night.
Oh, my God. Poor guy.
Yeah. And the main event, too.
The main event was one of the best
Taker
ever.
versus Edge. Fantastic. Fantastic.
That was at the start of Untakeable. Well, that was the second year of his run of really good matches.
Yeah, the Batista match at 23 and then Edge, A
couple hours before Raw. Continue. What were you saying?
No, I was just going to talk about Taker a little bit.
I love Taker.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, Batista at 23, Edge at 24, the duo with Shawn Michaels.
The two with Triple H.
And then the Punk one.
That's the last good one. Punk.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And to be honest, that's my favorite Mania match. I
was there, so yeah.
But that's just like a little bias because I was there.
Yeah.
I think 25, that might be one of the best
That was one of the best matches, period, like in the history of wrestling.
Storytelling, the Punk one. And I don't know, the entrances.
Yeah. The big stories out of Raw, the two Mania matches are set. Both Rumble winners declared. They're fighting the Raw champions, Becky, Ronda, Seth, and Brock. What did you guys think of the setups? What did you guys think of the match that they set up?
Well, with I'm gonna start with Ronda Becky.
Okay.
I liked how she showed up on Raw because we were all expecting her.
Yeah, because Triple H said earlier in the show Becky has on SmackDown tomorrow to decide.
Like, okay, something to look forward to on SmackDown, whatever. But then all of a sudden, after the match, whatever, Becky's music hits. I'm like, no way. Crowd pops like crazy. Everyone's holding up the little 8x10s that say the man. I'm just like, this is fantastic. And then she just destroys Ronda.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Little Ronnie.
The crowd wouldn't let Ronda talk.
Fantastic.
They just booed the hell
And what
out
she
of
was
her.
saying was like factually true because if she really wanted to do that, she could.
Yeah.
But it was, they're going to make Ronda the bad.
Fine.
That's fine.
Fine with it.
Nobody's going to cheer anyone over Becky anymore.
Yeah.
Becky needs to go.
She's like basically, she's like Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And what Ronda was saying, I like what Ronda was saying, but like the crowd really, the crowd was like, okay, we don't care.
Yeah. They're just hyped about the match.
Here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
that's going to be the main event.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because they're not
I have no
hiding,
issue with that.
They're not hiding it. If you check WWE's public relations Twitter account, they retweet articles all the time about Becky Lynch main eventing WrestleMania because she says in interviews all the time, "I'm going to main event WrestleMania."
The main event,
and WWE's PR retweets and all these links to articles where she says that. They're not hiding the fact that they're positioning this as the main event, and that's perfectly fine because if there's any year to do it, it's with Ronda Rousey and it's with someone as white hot as Becky Lynch right now.
The two top stars in the whole company, I'd say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and after the year the women had in 2018, the things that they did, how do you not reward them with the main event?
I'll be upset, actually, if it doesn't main event.
I don't think there's another match on the card that could main event. Maybe the SmackDown Women's title match if it's what I predicted, but we'll get to that.
I would say the Universal has a chance.
Maybe.
Outside chance, but
if we get the outcome that we want.
Yeah.
Only. But he already Seth already had his closing moment.
They're going to end the show off on a feel good. Mm-hmm. So it's either going to be the Raw Women's title or the Universal title because I think they're both going to switch hands.
Yeah, me too.
And then Seth came out, challenged Brock. He had till the end of the night, so he took till the end of the night.
Yeah.
And then Brock put him down with 6 F5s.
Seth technically didn't declare. Brock made the decision for him, which I like. But that's the perfect ending to a go home show. I thought.
Yeah.
Ending like that. Like if that was the Raw before WrestleMania, I would have got me so.
Well, that's fine. We're not going to see Brock Lesnar until then.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's
same
okay.
thing will probably happen. You're right.
Yeah.
But I thought that was the perfect ending to a go home show. Have Brock beat the crap out of Seth and then leave.
It's something that's going to be on the video package because they're going to tell the story about like how the hell does Seth overcome this guy?
Of course. David and Goliath.
Yeah.
And I feel like they still might have a little story from 2015. Because Brock, if I was Brock, I would still be mad. Hey, you took my title.
Oh, yeah.
And then Undertaker screwed me over at Battleground. So we probably still have a little story from there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Hoping Roman helps Seth somehow, some way.
He might get involved.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll do something.
The music to the hit.
Got to get Brock out of there anyway.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
That's fine by me.
So I thought Raw was good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Raw was a good show.
Really good.
SmackDown, for lack of a better term, and I know it's still early in the morning, SmackDown smacked me in the ass. It came out of nowhere with just they were just like, here's some stuff. You like it? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. There's a lot went on SmackDown.
A lot did go on. Let's start with the coveted United States Championship.
Okay.
I don't know.
I thought it was a botch.
Me too.
The way that it started, I thought it was a botch.
I thought so too. I think Truth winning the title was always the plan because you don't just let's get another title match and Knock and Rusev please just join forces you don't get that on the fly.
No.
But I don't think that was the moment that
the ending
was gonna end the match.
It was at least 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, a couple more minutes.
Because I wasn't home at the time and I got the notification and I'm like,
hold on.
I looked at it like 5 times to make sure I was reading the correct thing.
I was like,
Then I got home, I put the DVR on. I'm like, oh my goodness, like they really did this.
Yeah, well, I mean, good for Truth. He's already a United States champion before.
Yeah,
and that was like for a day or two.
It was a week. Yeah,
it felt like a day.
Yeah,
been there for like 10 years now in the company.
Yeah, August of 2008 was when he debuted as R-Truth, and then he was there.
What I hear, he's very good friends with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
So that's hey,
rewarded.
More to him.
Especially they explained like, he got taken out by Nia Jax, so
give him an opportunity. That's
that
fine.
makes sense.
Makes sense.
But he's just a title holder for now.
I think it plays into the Mania match. We'll talk about that in a second. Blah blah blah. Knock and Rusev teaming up is going to be dope.
Yeah, that's different styles, and I like how they're going to mix.
Yeah.
Naka Rusev.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a name for them.
You know, Shinsuke barely speaks English, and Rusev has his...
It's a great promo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
You can't go
If
wrong.
Lana's the manager, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they got the Good Brothers on TV, you know?
Yeah, they're going to have a match next week that's going to tear
that's
the
fine.
house.
Finally.
Yeah.
Now we need sanity. That's it.
Yeah, Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane, I saw you were
Yes.
retweeting those tweets.
That. Like, then, yeah, we'll get that later in the SmackDown show, but it should have been in that Fatal 4-Way.
You think?
Yeah.
Who else do you take out? Because Heavy
The
Machine...
bar. Take the bar out.
No.
Yeah. Because they're doing away with contractual obligated
the
rematches. So the bar not being a would fit that narrative.
Uso, I'm getting sick of the New Day, too.
You think?
Yeah, it's starting to finally grow old on me.
I don't think they'll get old. I just feel like they're not
They're just
as they're not as receptive.
No.
I still love the New Day, and we'll get to them in the second hour. Blah blah. I'm really hyping this up. Like it's gonna be something.
Y'all better be ready.
But they don't need to be around the tag titles now because they've been in the tag title scene for a while, and it's not like an Uso situation where they're better off as a tag team because they could all do singles things and it would be fine. Mm-hmm. It would be cool to have a stable like the New Day deal with some singles action. Like if Big E got into a kerfuffle with somebody like Joe and we had a singles Big E versus Joe feud or something.
Yeah. And then what was this whole thing with Shane and The Miz too on SmackDown now?
Miz's dad coming out and hugging him.
Miz's dad being proud of him. If I was the Miz's dad, your son won the WWE
Have you ever heard Miz talk about his father?
Yes, I have. I have. I've watched Miz and Mrs. I watched the show. Fantastic show.
Yeah,
I'll give it that. I thought it was really good. But like, if you're the Mrs. Dad, aren't you proud when he wins the WWE, the top championship in all the companies?
He's worried about Kofi Kingston's doing the Rumble to care about it.
Yeah.
This segment was fine.
Yeah.
Because I really, in all honesty, I did not care about this whole angle
Really?
at all. I'm like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all right. It's cool what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
How about one of my favorite parts of SmackDown before the whole craziness in the last segment? Mandy Rose explaining why she hates Naomi.
That was good.
Going back to Total Divas.
No,
Or not even Tough Enough.
Yeah.
Tough Enough in 2015.
That was good. That's when Naomi was a heel.
I love it.
I thought it was fantastic.
That's really good storytelling.
To have a vendetta like that for 3 years.
That's really good storytelling.
Yeah.
Love it. I love Mandy Rose anyway.
Yeah.
The things that she's done, she's great as a character, and I think her in-ring work is getting there. I love this. And just the fact that it's a secondary women's feud, that it's not just the main event.
Or for the title.
Yeah, that the
you don't
title
see
is.
that often at all.
Yeah.
I love it. Fantastic. And I
Yeah.
got to see Mandy Rose on TV. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So we got like 10 minutes left for this hour, and I think all of it should go to what happened with the main event.
Well, before the main event, the Usos won the
Yeah,
number one contender match.
that's fine.
Just put that
That's
out there.
fine.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, whatever.
They're
Fine.
entertaining tag team.
Yeah.
The main event. Wow. The main event of the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Daniel Bryan and Recyclable Rowan
Oh,
come out
the O
with
and
the O is the recycle. I love Eric Rowan.
that.
Then he debuted the Wheat WWE title.
The title made out of wood and hemp.
I love it.
It's
I love
so
it.
good. It looks like something you would buy at Hobby Lobby. Like I would buy that for my room, like just to hang it up, you know?
I hope they sell it on the shop.
They
WWE
wouldn't though,
shop.
because it's consumerism. And Dan Bryan's against that.
Oh, you're right.
And I love the character.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
so
I love
funny.
it.
It's so funny.
Like he makes me like I'm not supposed to like him.
Yeah.
But what he's doing, I'm like, yo,
hold
you're
on.
right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You're also right about that too.
I just hope when the title changes that they burn the title. Like,
Yeah.
literally burn
It's gonna be silly. Whoever beats them has to pose with that title in the ring.
Well, I think they'll have the other title at ringside. Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, they'll plant a fan in the crowd with the
You
replica.
yeah.
And he just grabs
And
that.
that'll be the photo that they use for everything. Yeah.
and he
But-
threw it in the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He threw it in the trash. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't he? Are you able to recycle some of the things in the title? Because it feels counterintuitive if he's just dumping it in the bin. You know?
You could probably melt some stuff and.
Yeah. Right.
I would say
reuse.
probably, yeah.
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 So Daniel Bryan's a hypocrite. Then what else is new?
Yeah.
So AJ comes out. I go to sleep. Randy Orton comes out.
That's when I go to sleep when Randy Orton
Hold
comes
on.
out.
Then during the break, Jeff Hardy and his puffy loud shirt come out.
Yeah, it was weird how they took a break in between.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like,
and
what?
Come back from break, Samoa Joe.
Oh, Samoa Joe.
No, he was the highlight of the segment.
Woo!
To quote the late, great Charlie Murphy, Samoa Joe is a habitual line stepper. And boy, what a line did he step.
Well,
He just came for everybody, and I love it.
Throwing it at the throats.
I love it.
oh my God.
Treat this like an AA meeting.
Yeah.
and just
And then he's
shut
like,
up.
hey, AJ, how's our girl Wendy doing?
Oh my
I was like,
God.
"Woo!"
When he said the AA meeting, I
I lost my mind.
was like,
And
I couldn't.
You saw Randy Orton's reaction too. He was like, "Oh man!" But I love how Joe's bringing back old storylines too. Like
Yeah.
the Jeff thing kind of passed, but it's recent. But
Yeah.
it passed. And he
The
brought it
AJ
back.
thing too.
The AJ, exactly. I was getting to that. The
Yeah.
AJ thing. It was a storyline from the summer.
Yeah.
He brought it back. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Remember the past.
Yeah.
And I like when he mentioned AJ's wife. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
Like-
forward to the future, but don't forget the past.
Yeah.
Like don't
I
forget
like
the past
I
that
like
they had.
I'm always a fan of them at least referencing past encounters and things.
Even going back, I don't want to go back to the Rumble too much, but Candice and Zelina in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like
But,
stuff
yeah.
like that. That was a year ago.
Yeah.
With Johnny and Andrade.
It's something that if you're not in tune with what's happening, it still feels like a cool moment. But if you're in tune with what's happening, it's really cool
Love
to
it.
see something like that
Storytelling,
happen.
bring
Yeah.
back stories. Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then they start fighting. Brian stands on the
The announce
the
table.
announce table.
He's not dealing with
And then Triple H is just like, "How's your territory doing, guys? I'm on. We're just gonna have an elimination chamber with you guys."
And I was surprised. I thought Daniel Bryan would get a one-on-one match at Elimination
Yeah,
Chamber.
I thought because Seth was declaring for Brock that the other chamber would be number one
I
contenders.
agree. So
Hey, I'm all for. I want to
I'm
see.
all for-
I just want to see what Mustafa Ali's gonna
Mustafa's
do.
gonna do some
he's
crazy
doing,
stuff.
What is it? A 450?
Oh, 05,
Yeah,
405 is
imploder
Off
450
the top
goes
of
the other
pod.
way. Yeah,
It's happening off the top
Yeah.
of the pod. Oh man, that's gonna be a match. It has to main event finally.
I would hope
Unless
so.
the women's
yeah.
tag.
No,
title-
I don't think it will. I think the women's tag will open.
Okay.
Because like last year too, they had the first ever women's chamber, but that opened the show.
True. Like, and it's a new title too. Like the North American title.
Opened the show, yeah.
Too, so
The
good.
SmackDown Women's title back at Backlash 2016 opened the show.
Finally.
Yeah, SmackDown gets no love in the main event
Yeah,
picture.
Yeah.
Finally, we might have it. WWE
T-
title.
Interesting stat here. TLC 2018, this past TLC with the Asuka Becky Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's the first time a SmackDown title match main evented a dual branded pay-per-view. Take a guess. How long?
Are we going back years?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 08, or maybe probably 2009.
Steven?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna go.
gonna say what was it? Breaking Point
I'm
2009.
trying to think. The brand split happened in 2016.
It's before 2016.
Yeah, and
It
then
is
before that, it was
brand.
just one brand. So I'm gonna have to say like, what'd you say?
Breaking Point 2009.
I'm gonna have to go 08. Something in 08.
Yeah, it doesn't seem now that impressive because you guys went even further back. Hell in a Cell 2010, Kane versus The Undertaker for the World
Paul
Heavyweight
Bearer in it.
title. That was the last time a SmackDown title match main evented a dual branded pay-per-view.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
And Becky Asuka Charlotte was the first one
I like
in
that. That's
8
cool.
years.
I like that feud too.
So SmackDown getting the title match, the main event, would be real
Oh,
nice.
we
for
didn't even
the
speak on
chamber.
Charlotte. She was hot on the mic.
Oh, that
Oh,
segment.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh.
Charlotte's de-evolution into this crazy psychotic, like,
Fantastic.
because of Becky. Becky got so in her head that she turned into this. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's good because Charlotte was just the same, here's my cape, yay, here's a match kind of thing for so long, and now she has another layer to her.
You have all your success because of me. I was like,
yeah.
okay. I was like, okay.
Here's my cape.
Here's my cape.
Oh, I love that. Look at my last name.
Yeah.
Look at me. But, yeah. I like the character she has now.
Yeah.
I really
A lot.
like it.
Lots of stuff happened this week.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna touch on NXT a bit.
Yeah, go ahead. We got like 2 minutes, so
What was
do
it,
you speak your
Street-
piece.
Street Profits, the Forgotten Sons.
Mhm.
They're the future of the division.
You think?
I think so.
I don't like the Forgotten Sons, but the Street Profits are awesome.
like-
Yeah, Street Profits are cool.
Yeah, they're way above the Forgotten Sons are still up and coming.
Yeah.
Like they haven't been on TV that much.
Right.
Give them time. Give them time.
I give him a few months.
Yes. But the Street Profits should be in the NXT title.
Wait, this is what I
Real
want for
soon.
NXT though. You see how they're setting up the 6-man.
Yeah.
Please give me an Elimination Chamber just to see Ricochet.
I was thinking that
Because
Boy.
the first,
Please.
the first NXT.
Adam
all
Cole do
NXT
something
match.
crazy. Gargano would do something crazy.
I was thinking that too.
Because obviously it's 6 people. I'm like,
When I first saw the brawl after TakeOver, that's what my head went to.
Because if you look at it, they've all had issues with each other.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because Gargano's black. Black's fought in Dream. Dream's fought in Ricochet. Ricochet has beef with Adam Cole. Gargano and Ciampa and Black. Ciampa and Dream. So I'm like, just put him in Elimination Chamber. Let him main event Elimination Chamber.
Just let them do whatever they want.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Because there's not going to be a TakeOver.
That's true. The next one would be WrestleMania week.
Yep. Brooklyn.
I don't think they're calling it Brooklyn.
New York.
I think it's New York.
Yeah.
I wish it was called Brooklyn 5.
Yeah.
Because what is it, Toronto in the summer?
Yeah. I did feel weird not having SummerSlam here. Be like, what do I do now in the summer?
AJ Lee was on the last non-Brooklyn SummerSlam.
Oof. What was that, back in LA?
2014, back in Los Angeles,
Man.
The lumberjack match with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
It's the best lumberjack match I've ever seen.
So that was this week in WWE. That was fun. In 9 weeks now, WrestleMania happens, and that's what we're looking forward to in the second half of the show. So keep it locked here on Brave New Radio. We're going to take a quick break. After the break, we're going to be predicting the WrestleMania 35 card. Keep it locked.
WPSC, Wayne, New Jersey. On the radio, 88.7 FM. Online, gobrave.org. A tune-in radio station. Part of the William Patterson Broadcast Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here on Brave New Radio. It's No Rest Holds for the Weary, the second episode in our young history. So far, so good, right, guys?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Loving the show.
I'm Dante Vacatoro. Stephen Clark's here. Samori Rose is here. Jesse Norman's car still not working, so I guess he's sitting out for this. It's a shame.
We'll hopefully be back next week.
Yeah, kind of throws a monkey wrench into our what we've had planned here. The timing issues for the second hour, but we're going to work around it.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do. So, WrestleMania 35 is a mere 66 days away, which is great. I love being in Mania season. It feels like just a warm hug of wrestling just around you the whole time.
We're on the road, baby.
Yeah. And traditionally, the Rumble does a good job of at least setting up who is going to be in what at WrestleMania. It's usually the starting point for these big feuds. So we decided here to predict what's going to go on these shows. So kind of like a big writing prompt I gave you guys. So we have certain matches that we had to hit, and then we have essentially 5 wild cards, and they could be title matches, grudge matches, whatever you wanted to have. So required for this exercise, Raw Women's title, Universal title, IC title, SmackDown Women's title, WWE title, US title, a Cruiserweight Championship match, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, and then 5 extra matches. So 14 matches on the card. If you wanted to put it in order, you could have, but I didn't. I just have the matches listed.
Yeah, except for the first match.
So
let's have some fun.
Yeah. What we're going to do, everyone gets 15 minutes to say their piece, and then we'll discuss about their card, if it's interesting, whatever. And then hopefully if I get Jesse Norman's card by the end of the day, I will put the screen cap of everyone's card on our Twitter handle, or on our Twitter page at NoRestBNR.
Yes, follow us.
And then I'll put up a poll, and you guys on the other side of this airwave could vote on who has the best WrestleMania card. Sound fun?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, who wants to go first? One of you guys.
I'll go first.
All right, some more.
For it.
All right. Let me pull up my notes.
Any order you want.
So we have Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
That's already announced. Then I'm gonna also put Becky and Ronda in there. It's just Becky and Ronda.
Okay.
Now for Charlotte, is Charlotte and Asuka Part 2. I think they have a story already there for them. I think this is going to be a really fun matchup. Asuka gets the W. Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title.
Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like Samoa Joe's going to be the last during an Elimination Chamber match. And, something's going to happen, a little screwy.
I like that. Crowds would be behind Joe.
Yeah.
Just imagine, like I
But
said,
I think it's still going to be heel versus heel.
I'm okay with that. Just imagine MetLife Stadium chanting Joe, Joe.
And that'll be his first WrestleMania.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully you won't get hurt between now and Mania
Yeah,
again.
let's hope so. Then we're going to have AJ Styles and Randy Orton.
Okay.
Regular grudge match there.
Yeah, just a normal match. I feel like AJ's really gotten to everybody on the roster. I know he had a match with them before WrestleMania 33.
Yep.
But I feel like if they have a story to it, it'll be even better.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have Andrade and Rey for the U.S. title, and Andrade is the champion, and it's title versus career.
Ooh.
So after that, we're gonna have an open challenge for Buddy Murphy's cruiserweight champion. I'm not gonna lie to you, I couldn't figure out anybody because it's Hideo Itami for me.
Me too.
But let's have some fun. Let's hope Ricochet gets up by then, or Pete Dunne, and one of them gets the challenge.
I mean, Johnny, anyone.
Anybody. So the Bar are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions by that time, and they will be fighting Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura for the title. Also for the Raw Women's Tag Titles, I think Sasha and Bayley's going to win them. I don't know who they're going to fight. I have question marks there, so you guys can help me fill that in.
I got you. Don't worry.
Then the Andre Rumble
Yep.
and the Women's Rumble.
Who, just name a name that you think could win both of them.
Kurt Angle.
Okay.
And for the women's, I can't say Ember Moon, she's hurt. I got question marks right now. So
Dana, bro.
no. I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss because I don't have her anywhere on the card.
Oh,
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So Miz and Shane McMahon, I think that's kind of penciled in already. So we're gonna have Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley versus Dean Ambrose for the IC title,
Okay.
and Bobby's the champion, and we're gonna get Demon Finn Balor. Got to throw that in there.
Someone's winning,
Yeah, we know who's winning that. Then we're gonna have John Cena, Drew McIntyre. I believe that's penciled in too.
Yep.
And if not that, we're gonna have Cena and Kurt or Cena and Braun versus Corbin and McIntyre. And then that's pretty much my card.
I typed up Drew McIntyre versus Drew McIntyre. Do you want that?
Yeah, we can have that. We can have a mirror of each other.
Drew McIntyre.
All right. Yeah. I like the card.
I like it too. I'd be
Thank
excited
you.
for it.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did this at like 1:40 in the morning. So.
Hey, not bad. Better booker than half the guys that come back there.
I appreciate the commitment to not crazy numbers in matches. I don't have that. Like you have like all like singles and then one triple threat. I think that's what WWE did last year.
I'll throw one more in there. If not the open challenge for Buddy Murphy's cruiserweight title, it might be like a 5 or 6 man ladder match.
Enzo Amore. But yeah, I like the card. Very nice.
Thank you.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Gets me excited for Mania.
Brian Joe, I think, would be really interesting.
Yeah.
And you got to give them at least upper to 20 minutes.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah. Have Rowan, at ringside. Maybe he'll have Harper there or something too by now. I don't know.
I was thinking this like on the bus this morning. What if you put Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan?
Bray hasn't come back yet.
Yeah.
Part of the new.
But I'm going to stick with Joe, but just imagine if you could put Bray in there.
The Straight Edge Society. Like the Straight Edge Society,
Yeah.
it was a good thing. It was for no alcohol, no drugs. This is saving the environment. Now Daniel Bryan's getting a stable now with all wrestling buddies.
So Bayley and Sasha with the women's tag titles.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a definite.
I think so too.
I think so too.
Do you think that they would build up another team on the roster? Do you think they would just go with a couple of legends? Do you think NXT?
Call up a couple horsewomen that I might be down in NXT.
Hey, that would be fun, but I don't believe they're ready yet.
I
don't think they're ready yet.
Marina Shafir is definitely not ready yet.
But you could bring up
Jessamine
and
Shayna would be like
Shayna.
weird.
Yeah, because I feel like she would
Right.
have her own match.
Yeah.
I feel like if she would be on the card, she would have her own match.
She would be in the SmackDown Women's title match if she got called up in time.
And I don't think she's dropping the NXT title anytime
No.
soon. So.
No.
Did you guys? Are you guys astute to the spoilers of the NXT tapings last
the
night?
North American Championship.
Yeah, I was.
Wait, don't. I'll read them later.
Okay.
I don't-
I was in particular, they set up Shayna's WrestleMania weekend title
I didn't
match.
see that. I just saw that the North American title had 2 endings,
Yes.
which is crazy. They don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know which one's going to air yet. Either someone retains or someone wins the title. Well, I'll let you know that for now.
You know what? I'm gonna look them up as we
Yeah.
speak.
So spoiler alert for you guys out there, if it's going to happen on TV. And
Couple weeks.
Shayna takes a pin in a 6-woman tag, and the person who pins her, obviously you pin the champion. But someone else gets mad that person pinned, so there might be a triple threat in that. So
I'm okay with that. Yeah. Do you want me to? Or do you want to continue on?
Just a couple more minutes with Samori here. I mean, not that there's much that you have to talk. Like
All right.
it's a real good card.
So, can I say any NXT maybe for New York?
Maybe we can.
Be as vague as you'd like. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Adam Cole gets the NXT title.
Oh, okay.
Then somehow, some way, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly get their titles back, and also Bobby Fish wins the title that night.
my
And then
God.
everyone.
So you could start that, or if not, call them all up.
Sure.
And by SummerSlam, they have all the titles on SmackDown because I think that's where they're
I
going to
think
go. And Ricochet comes up after
the new
Mania
DIYs
2.
that have all the titles. The new DIY. They'll have all the titles at the end of TakeOver.
See, I was thinking before Phoenix that we were going to get DIY versus Undisputed for all the titles in Brooklyn. Phoenix just threw everything at me, and that's not going to happen now. And the tapings even further submitted that. So,
Yeah. Well, I like your women's rumble. I want women's battle royal. Alexa Bliss is a good pick.
Yeah.
But I didn't have her on my card either. I'll let you guys know that right now.
I was telling you guys when I was predicting the Rumble last week that I thought Bliss was going to win and go to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And after she was final 6,
Yeah.
and she just got thrown out, nothing real crazy. And then on Raw, her team loses. I mean, she didn't take the pin, but her team lost. There's really no route for her at Mania, which I guess is fine because the past couple of years she has carried her division on her
She's
back.
winning the title matches the
yeah,
past 2 years.
it's good to have some sort of deviation.
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
I like it. Steven,
Thank you.
All right.
what do you got?
Here we go. WrestleMania 35.
35.
Let's do this. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch versus nobody else. Ronda versus Becky.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think if Raw was any indication,
Yes.
it's just going to be straight
Yes.
singles.
Give me the singles. I
I hope so. I really hope so.
do not want. I'll be okay with triple threat, but I prefer singles match.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the singles match. All right, WWE Champion Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles versus Randy Orton in a triple threat match for the title.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going a little out of the park with this one. I feel. I don't know if AJ and Randy's just gonna have a singles match but I would like to see a triple threat. I think it'd be a threat to Daniel. Maybe have the club help AJ or something. I don't know, but going with that triple threat for now. Universal Champion Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. That's etched in there, which was going to be fine. Fantastic match. SmackDown Women's Champion Asuka versus Charlotte, same as you. I had the same. Number 2, I think possibly a different result this time, but
I agree.
Yeah,
I would hope so for a different result.
I think it could be a fantastic match, that too. All right. Then I would have IC Champion Bobby Lashley versus Elias versus Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor in a fatal 4-way match. So gets Elias on the main card, gets Strowman on the main card, gets Finn on the main card, and obviously get all these guys on the main card in the title match, I think.
I had trouble putting Elias on my card, but I shoehorned him in.
Well, he's heel now based off of Monday, so I have 2 heels, Lashley and Elias, and 2 faces, Strowman and Finn, which I think would be perfect for a fatal 4-way. Then my big match, big United States Championship ladder match I have. We always get these ladder matches. So I just threw a bunch of the mid-card-ish guys in here. So I have champion at the time. Well, Rusev and Nakamura, I feel, aren't going to be more of a team. They're more of an alliance, I feel. So I have U.S. champion Rusev versus Andrade versus Mysterio versus Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe. Versus EC3 versus Mustafa Ali versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a big ladder match, which will open up the show, get the crowd hyped, and I can see EC3 going over. I can see Andrade going over. Any one of those guys, like young up-and-coming guys, going over in that match.
So, Rusev, Andrade,
yes,
Jeff, EC3,
yes,
Mysterio, Mustafa, Nakamura,
and Samoa Joe.
So it's 8-man.
Yes,
8-man.
Okay. Yes. I was deciding between 6. Then I'm like, EC3 is just going to come out of nowhere, I'm feeling, and he's going to have a spot. And good for him. I love EC3. All right. The one I had trouble with, Cruiserweight Championship, too. I got Buddy Murphy as the champion, but I had Hideo with Tommy originally, but had to get rid of that because he's leaving the company. Good for him. Go do it somewhere else, the Graps, somewhere else. I put Noam Dar in for now. I feel like they're going to be, based off of what I saw in 205, they're going to start, I feel like they're going to start using Noam Dar more, making this good baby face. He's very talented. He's very talented in the indies and wherever he was with the Pinky Party and all that. Give me Buddy versus Noam on the pre-show. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, Mike Kanellis might be a dark horse, too.
Yeah, Mike Kanellis, too.
I hope not. But
if they build it up properly, I'm okay with it. And then I have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. Hopefully he comes back in time. Lars, I have as my pick for the Andre the Giant.
A good pick.
Yeah, I have Lars. Hopefully he has mental health and all that. Whatever, he's fine. He's okay for Mania. It's a big moment, so I hope he's ready for it if they go with this. But I'm going with Lars. For my Women's Battle Royal, I'm going with Sonya Deville. I love Sonya. She's so talented. Like, have Mandy as her manager. I don't care. But Sonya should at least hold the title once in 2019. And this is the way to start the push for Sonya. Then I have Shane McMahon versus The Miz for the Best in the World trophy. I think Shane is going to be the heel in this situation. And Miz is going to be face, and Miz is going to go over in this situation. And then I have a last man standing match between Triple H and Batista. It's 2 old men going at it in a last man standing to see who really is like the man or the guy from back in the day. Like you said, Triple H has never beaten Batista one-on-one. So I think, I don't know who wins though this. That's my one.
It'd probably be Triple H.
Triple H, right?
Unfortunately.
I don't know. Then I have etched in Cena versus McIntyre, which has been reported all over, which is fine. Let Drew go over on Cena. So John Cena versus Drew McIntyre. Then I didn't include the SmackDown tag team titles because they always leave out one on the main card. So, but I did include the Raw tag team titles. I still have Bobby Roode and Chad Gable as champions. I feel like over time the crowds will start turning on them. They're not gonna care about them, and they're gonna be versing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the Raw tag team titles. They had the I don't know if they're gonna come back for Mania, but
I feel like Sammy's should be cleared because he got hurt he left in June.
Yeah.
And they said by January he should be all right.
So have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn fight for the tag team titles at Mania. Then for my last match on my card, the women's tag team titles. you have champion Sasha Banks and Bayley, which Samori said, versus Lita and Trish Stratus. I think they're going to come back for their big last marquee match at WrestleMania and probably lose. But
yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah,
I really would hope so.
Yeah, but Sasha and Bayley walking in as champions, hopefully leaving as champions too. And then maybe if Charlotte wins the match and Becky wins, then we have all 4 horsewomen at the end of the Mania stage with all the titles. That'd be a cool picture, I think.
Yeah, that's something I thought about.
Yeah.
That would be a really cool picture.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping Charlotte doesn't win.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping Asuka wins too. And that's my card for Mania. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
You put a lot more thought and effort into that than I did.
I appreciate that.
Owens and Zayn being on is something that I didn't think of.
I'm just a huge Kevin Owens fan. I want to put him on somewhere.
It's not that I don't think that they'll be healthy for then.
I know.
It's just that how the hell do you shoehorn them onto a card this big, right?
I don't know.
In all honesty, if I were to put them on the show, I would rather see them face the Revival because I think that would be a really, really good match.
Yeah. But I think just the star power. I don't know. Well, the Revival are stars too.
Yeah.
But star power with Rude and just getting Rude on a Mania card would be cool. Getting Chad Gable a moment. I don't know. Plus, I feel like the crowd over time is going to start getting sick of these too. I'm already starting to get sick of them.
I'm already sick of them.
Yeah, so
when they won the titles, I was sick of them.
Yeah, and they come out in matching robes. I'm like, come on. Like, the crowd's...
It's so corny. It's just so corny.
We know Bobby Roode can be an amazing heel. And everyone loves Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So, I think they'll win.
They just need to put Bobby Roode back in a suit and give him something.
Yeah, and I also do think Shane will be the heel in the situation.
That's something different. Shane hasn't been a heel since...
the 06?
Yeah.
Back when the McMahons versus
when they were running everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very different to see Shane as a heel.
Yeah, and because crowd likes Miz already. Miz is funny. He's entertaining. So, and I think Miz wins that too. Do you see Shane beating Miz?
I would hope not.
No.
But
no.
Other than last year, because that was Daniel Bryan's real come out party, every Mania he's lost, and it's fitting that he lost. He doesn't need to win.
Right.
Yeah.
I still wish he would have won at WrestleMania 32, but the Hell in a Cell with Taker was just like, I was spent on that show by that point.
What a show. Fantastic.
I'm hearing reports that it's just now ending WrestleMania 32.
Oh,
so
okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Let's rewatch it.
Oh, what a show. What a show.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I've had this talk about WrestleMania 32 with my friends before. If you take away who physically won, it was a decent show. The matches were all right.
Yeah.
But I felt like all the wrong people won all the way down.
Jericho
the
beat Styles for no reason.
Yeah.
Rock beat Ambrose.
The League of Nations over the New Day, and then the League of Nations disbanded the next day. It didn't make any sense.
Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that was the wrong thing with it. Like, hey,
it came out of nowhere.
They had to give us a shock.
I was hyped. But yeah, that's my card.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of men in that U.S. Championship match, but
Yeah, you know.
but I just don't want to throw in the Battle Royal.
It feels weird because like SmackDown has like 3 or 4 rows deep of feuds that they could pull.
Talent
Yeah.
is crazy.
So
the upper, like low main event, the upper mid card is
That's why I
wild.
have so many singles matches because they have so many feuds that they
Yeah.
can put out.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I think Lashley's. I think Finn's gonna come out as the demon too.
I just want to see that, like, I just want to see at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I really want to see that, especially outside what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
It'll look awesome.
Give me the pyro.
He needs to come out in full body paint too, like he did at Beast in the East.
And I know,
He needs to do something like that again.
I know AJ versus Randy is rumored, but I just.
And if not AJ versus Randy, I heard AJ wants to work with EC3. So
that's 2 generations of TNA going at it right then and there.
Yeah, I really wouldn't mind that. I'm not a big fan of EC3, but hey,
I like it.
AJ Styles puts on good matches, so I wouldn't mind it.
I think a triple threat would be cool. I don't know. I just feel like
But I think they're gonna get AJ out of the title picture soon.
Yeah,
because he's been in the title picture since
the brand split started.
Yeah,
he's been going part-time too now, right? I think
maybe there's something with his reworking of his contract.
I think he'll get it done because I think he's taking a little hiatus after WrestleMania.
I think for everyone's sake, AJ should like refresh himself.
Yeah, I think he should. Actually, I think he should go to Raw after he comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might move over,
shake-up, that's another
move
thing,
into
too.
SmackDown, something like that.
Oh God, the shakeup is gonna happen too.
Watch Becky win the title to go back to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Something stupid, but I don't know. I have the feeling that 2 tag team champions, whoever they are going to be on the same show somehow after they unite them. I think because there's only one women's tag team titles.
Yeah.
Well, if there might be just one men's now too. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
It depends how strongly they hold the bond of the split.
Yeah.
If you see more, like, I think just the fact that, like, Becky's going over to Raw willy-nilly was just a thing to set up the match, and it's just a Rumble season or Mania season thing. I don't think it's a sign of, like, people are just going to start working other brands for anything.
Yeah.
Again, this is just the consequence of having dual branded pay-per-views, is that every show you're not going to have every title match on. Whereas if you just still had Raw branded pay-per-view and SmackDown brand pay-per-views, all 4 titles are getting defended on every show.
Yeah, plus the Cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Which is barely on TV.
Yeah.
I was mad that they went away with that, but hey,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I'm still not completely sold on it. But the last 4 or 5 months of pay-per-views I thought have been stellar.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you could have done that with just single branded shows through then.
Ever since SummerSlam,
Yeah.
it's been.
SummerSlam on, except for Crown Jewel and Super Showdown, kind of were like,
I don't consider those pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Even though they technically are. But
I wonder what kind of big stadium shows they do this year besides Mania, because they'll probably.
they're still going to Saudi, I think.
I think so.
They're
Yeah.
on a 2-year deal, so this is the second year.
Yeah.
Of the deal. So I think it'd have another greatest Royal Rumble.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Then
either.
just be like another big show or something.
Best in the world part 2.
One interesting thing that neither of you put on, no Undertaker.
No.
There's no need for him now,
I
right?
originally had him versus Demon Balor, but I scrapped that.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Undertaker is one of my favorites. I feel like he's not needed anymore,
Nah.
especially after what happened at Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
I felt like they were a retirement home, fighting each other, bickering. I don't need that anymore. He's did what he needed to do for the company, just ride off in the sunset. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame this year.
Me too.
I don't know if that's going to happen because I don't know if he's still working or not. So, but yeah, he's really not needed.
Yeah. The Cena match last year, I thought at the time would set up the main event for this year being a rematch, and then Taker rides off in the sunset after that.
I thought Taker would have the title coming into Mania,
Ooh.
and then Cena beats him for the title.
I'll get 17 at the
Yes,
same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought Undertaker was gonna ride off at the 32. Then I'm like, after
Yeah,
33 was
32,
definite.
yeah.
Then like, hey, he's back. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
they
in
were
the
selling
world?
thank you. I bought one, a thank you Taker shirt after 33 when Roman beat him.
But they did handle it well on the build to 34, where it didn't seem like he was going to come out to fight Cena, and then he did, and just
Yeah, it was a little shock.
big brothered him. Yeah.
It was a little shock.
Yeah.
And we'll just forget about Super Showdown and Crown. And
We should. Yeah.
Royal Rumble,
please.
whatever, all that.
Yeah, I like your cards. I like both of your cards a lot. They do things that I do, but I feel like they do them better. We'll get to mine in the second half hour here. I threw stuff at the wall and saw what stuck. Like that. That's really all that I did here. So yeah, I guess it's about time for our contractually obligated half-hour break. Keep it locked here on Brave New Radio as you do, and we will see you after this song. ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the final half hour of the second episode of No Rest Holds for the Weary. I'm Dante Vacatoro. Samori Rose, Stephen Clark both gave their WrestleMania card predictions before this break, before Alexis Bliss theme started playing. I guess it's my turn, and boy, I'm not too thrilled with my card after hearing you guys. But that's how it is. I'm friends with a lot of people who did WrestleMania predictions on Twitter in the past week, and just reading theirs, it just felt like, oh God, why didn't I think of this? Or, oh God, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, I agree.
But my philosophy after that was, this is my card. Let me just stick with it. Yeah. It doesn't matter whether I'm right or wrong, as long as it's what people want to vote for on Twitter. So if you're just joining us, and you feel sad because you missed Steven Samori's great WrestleMania card predictions, you didn't miss Jesse's because he's not here today.
Still having card trouble.
Hopefully I'll get his picks in time, but I will be tweeting out all of our cards, what we thought was going to be on WrestleMania, at NoRestBNR. That's our Twitter handle, at NoRestBNR. Just got to repeat it. And then I'll put up a poll for the week, and you could vote, and you could tell your friends to vote, and you could tell your ex to vote for who you think has the best WrestleMania card.
And they'll all vote for me.
They probably. I'm voting for you.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, so my WrestleMania 35 card. We'll get the two obvious matches out of the way: Ronda, Becky, Brock, and Seth. Like you guys said, I think they hard sold us on the singles match between Ronda and Becky. I don't think they're going to run.
We don't need the triple threat.
I'm just going to go in the order that I put on this spreadsheet here. The Intercontinental Championship. I also have a 4-way.
Ooh, look at that.
Big Bob Lashley is going to be defending it versus EC3 versus Elias versus Finn Balor. So I originally had this match as just Bobby and Finn one-on-one. Mm-hmm. And then someone on Twitter, who I'm friends with, put up his card, and he suggested Elias versus Finn for the title, and Finn wins in a sprint as the Demon to open the show. And I thought that was good. And I thought they're doing something with Elias and Jeff Jarrett. If that just leads to another concert at WrestleMania, it seems kind of silly.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
So put him in.
Yeah. And
then I felt like, feels like I need some EC3 on here.
Yeah.
So I put EC3 on there. So that's the Raw side of things there.
Fatal 4-way, though. I like the way you think.
Nice 4-way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we just swapped out Braun and EC3 on our cards.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm in agreement with you guys. Asuka Charlotte is going to be the SmackDown Women's title direction. I think Charlotte wins.
Just for the last
for that last moment of the Four Horsemen, all with the championships, throwing it up. I think that's going to be.
What if when that happens, then all the UFC horsewomen just attack them?
If Marina Shafir main events WrestleMania, I'll cry. Oh my God! Have you ever watched the Harlem Globetrotters recently, where they have this big 7-foot dude with a big Rip Hamilton mask wearing? That's what Marina Shafir looks like with her mask on NXT.
Oh,
I can't. No, give her some time.
If Shayna loses the title at Takeover, don't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt that Shayna would go up.
Yeah, that's the only one. I
severely doubt that Marina and Jessamine
they're
are.
Just starting to plant the seeds for Survivor Series, probably.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need Marina Shafir to be on the main roster for 7 months before Survivor Series. Call her up at Evolution, and then you work the big,
Oh, you think Evolution did happen again?
Yeah, why not?
It should. It was a good show.
It was a success, yeah.
Okay. I'm down for it.
Yeah. All right, here's where we get freaky. WWE title match.
Oh, boy.
The new Daniel Bryan defends against Kofi Kingston. That's about the reaction that I expected. So, let me explain, because I feel like this deserves explanation.
I don't know why I like this. This is kind of cool.
In almost every interview the New Day do, they always put over about Kofi's accomplishments, and they always say that in due time, Kofi's going to be given the respect and adoration that he deserves. If I assume the New Day are going to be on, because they already ran the route of them not being on, but still they didn't have a match, but they were on. Like they've done that before.
Yeah.
So I think they have a spot in the card, and like I said earlier, they don't necessarily need to be in the tag title scene to be on the card. And I think Big E and Woods would be more than happy to not work a match at WrestleMania if it meant that Kofi gets his moment. So storyline wise, the new Daniel Bryan's here, and he doesn't like excess. He doesn't like consumerism.
No, he does not.
He doesn't like capitalism. Who's the most extra team in the history of professional wrestling?
The New Day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They throw pancakes in the crowd for no reason. These people got food. Why do they have to get pancakes? It would be such a great dichotomy. And I feel like Harper is eventually going to join Rowan in the vegan stable.
Yeah.
And I feel like you could do Bryan and the vegan Bludgeon Boys against the New Day as like a 6-man tag on TV or something. It feels too natural not for me to at least bring it up. I have no clue who's working Daniel Bryan WrestleMania for the title.
I can see that happening at Fastlane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that happening
Yeah.
at Fastlane. You're still giving Kofi a moment. It's not WrestleMania, but hey,
Right.
you're still giving him a
Singles
moment.
match for the title. I'm down for
Yeah,
that. For Kofi.
that's fine.
Yeah.
He's been there for years. Let him have it.
I feel like because we know that the main event of WrestleMania is going to be Ronda Becky, there's no real need for the WWE title match to be anything huge. This could just be 10 minutes on the card, and then you'd be fine. It'd be a good enough match, just
I understand, but I feel like if you're going to use Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, you got to get
use them all the way.
Yeah, you get more than that. That's why I'm going with Samoa Joe, because
Right.
you're going to get everything out of him.
I think it would be fun.
And I went with a triple threat, so I
Yeah.
couldn't pick one.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I've heard Andrade and Ray in a triple threat. I've heard just Ray. I've heard Joe. I've heard AJ. Just Orton. I've heard the triple threat now. Kofi's the one I'm throwing in. Literally anyone you put in that U.S. title match could probably
Yeah.
be
Jeff Hardy.
Mustafa, maybe if they want to go crazy. I don't know.
If they want to push him to the sky.
Oh my good God! Throw him over the Raw after he's done. He's a made man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that match is wide open, and it'll be interesting to see who Bryan works. U.S. title, I go the same route as Steven. Not quite 8-man ladder match. I think it's just a 6-pack. R-Truth goes in as champion. And then I have Jeff Hardy, Mustafa Ali, Rusev, Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah. I agree.
So they sold me on R-Truth as the champion on Tuesday.
I think he's going to go into Mania.
I think you guys remember the year 2000 Crash Holly as hardcore champion,
Yes.
where you would just see him at like the Boys and Girls Club of America, and he's just like dodging people who want his title. I think that's
In the
what
airline, he was dodging people too.
Yeah, I think that's what R-Truth is gonna do. He's gonna keep the title to Mania by the skin of his teeth, and here's his big,
Moment.
yeah, his big like challenge, his obstacle here. It's not just one person gunning after its title; it's 5, and then there's all interwoven storylines in there too with Joe and Mustafa and Joe and Hardy and Rusev and Nakamura's partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your 3 good guys in Truth, Hardy, and Mustafa. Your 3 bad guys in Rusev, Joe, and Nakamura.
You need that in a match. Has to be
Yeah,
split.
yeah. The dichotomy's there. Yeah, it's just gonna happen. I think Truth would win that.
It has to be a ladder match.
It doesn't have to
Oh,
be.
you don't think it's going to be a ladder match?
Yeah,
You
just
schedule ladders.
wrestle.
Don't you remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Truth would win and then lose the title on SmackDown to somebody. I don't know, maybe Adam Cole if he gets called up, or Alistair or something crazy like that.
You know, something, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
But something I did have before Nakamura lost the title, and it's something I really wanted to see. I had Nakamura and Aleister Black for the U.S. title before Nakamura lost it. But then he lost, I'm like, okay, I got to scrap that.
What a match that would be.
The 2 really hard-hitting people, strong style to the max. The Ken Shots versus the Black Mass, that would be awesome. I still want to see that, though. I feel like they're going to, eventually that'll happen if Nakamura doesn't leave.
Yeah, I don't think Nakamura's leaving either.
Yeah, because he said he put his family
Yeah.
in the U.S. It would be making no sense to move him back to Japan.
Go to AEW.
Hey.
So is Brock Lesnar, apparently. Going to AEW.
So, cruiserweight title. This was the most frustrating match I had to pick for this show.
I agree.
My original thing was Buddy Murphy in some sort of 5 or 6 way against.
Oh, you had a multi-man match.
Yeah, against, like Cedric, Tony Nese, throw him in there because he's earned it. Maybe one of the Lucha House Party losers. I hate the Lucha House
do
Party.
I,
Second straight
man.
week, I'm going to say that.
Say it every week. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Kalisto did good at Royal Rumble, though. So
He's still.
How about a pinata?
Yeah, it's still a bunch of people. And then I read the spoilers to the Worlds Collide tournament.
Yes.
Where if you win, you get a title match on either 205, NXT, or NXT UK of your choice.
Yes.
And I saw who won. Would you guys like to know, or do you guys already
That's
know?
fine. You can tell me.
Oh, I know.
Okay, the Velveteen Dream wins. You'll see it Saturday.
I read the spoilers, so I see what happened.
I read them too. And then I remembered Dream's Instagram post about 2 or 3 weeks ago where he was stepped on the scale and he was 202 pounds.
Oh my God.
And he posted that as a troll. And I put 2 and 2 together.
4.
Yeah. Good. and I said they left him off TakeOver because it's big enough for him to warrant going and stretching this tournament win to WrestleMania. Yeah. So my second draft of my card, I had Buddy Murphy against the Velveteen Dream.
Woo!
And then the spoilers came out, and Dream's not working 205 for his Worlds Collide title shot.
No, he already cashed in his title shot.
Yeah.
Against Johnny Takeover.
Yep.
And then we all know.
Yeah. So then I went into panic mode. I was like, who the hell do we even put here? And then I just went with Humberto Carrillo because...
Yeah, that's fine.
I said this last week. Like last year, the main event on the Go Home 205 before the Rumble was Cedric and Mustafa. And they parlayed that into the Mania match. And Humberto worked Buddy Murphy a week or 2 before the Rumble. So they could parlay it. This could really be anyone at this point.
Yeah.
I'm running with the idea that Buddy still thinks that he's trying to prove to be the best cruiserweight of all time. One of my friends says maybe Mysterio, but I don't see Mysterio working 205.
Nah.
And then I don't know who else you do unless you call someone up from NXT, maybe Ricochet.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. I just don't know. I would have thought they would have done Buddy, Cedric, Mustafa, but they called Mustafa to the SmackDown to go beat Daniel Bryan clean in a tag match.
Well,
so
just Buddy Mustafa.
They did that at Survivor Series too, though.
Oh, that's right.
And they did Buddy Cedric rematch at TLC. So
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't mind Ricochet and Buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Humberto, but Ricochet would be a nice thing. Literally anyone, because 205 Live just goes bonkers.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Lots of names I could pick for this. The obvious name I could pick for this is one Jinder Mahal because it's time to heat him up again.
That's Neil Singh.
But I don't think I'm going to heat Jinder Mahal up for this because you could heat up Jinder Mahal at any time. He's set for life. I almost put him in the IC title match too instead of EC3, but you know. So we've seen an amalgamation of people win the Andre. Doesn't have to amount to much, as we've seen, but everyone who's won the Andre has done at least a little something on the next show. So Cesaro wins in 2014. He gets the triple threat with Swagger and RVD at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Big Show wins 2015. He gets Last Man Standing with Roman at Extreme Rules. Baron Corbin wins 2016. He enters a 3-month feud with Dolph Ziggler.
Let's forget about that.
Yes. Last year, Matt Hardy wins. He parlays it into a tag title run.
I loved that.
I hated that.
I love Matt Hardy. I hope he comes back.
So it's just a way to get people on the card, which is fine. It's a way to maybe make someone for a month and see what happens. That's fine. Why not go with Apollo Crews?
Yeah.
He's deserving of it.
It's time to heat him up. Sure.
Wide open.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
He can throw out someone who maybe should be on the main show, and then he's set. I like me some Apollo Crews. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nothing against it.
Sure. The WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, or the Woo Bar, as I refer to, Sonya Deville.
Yeah, let's go.
I see you picked it. It's Sonya's year.
I think so too.
It's Sonya's year.
I think so too.
If not her, then maybe Mandy. Because
Corny's gonna be going crazy.
Yeah. Naomi won last year. It didn't mean anything, but they might make it mean something this year. Mandy could win and eliminate Naomi and be like, look at you. You won last year, but I eliminated you this year, or something like that. or Sonya could win, and Sonya is really the wrestler of the two.
Yep.
If you're gonna have either one of them as the mouthpiece and one of them as the actual worker, it'd be Sonya as a worker, Mandy as the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Not that Mandy can't wrestle, because I think she's more than competent to be in that position, but I'd pick Sonya, just Sonya.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
On that.
You know what else you'll agree with, Steven?
Tell me.
Women's tag titles.
Really?
I went with Bayley and Sasha defending against Lita and Trish Stratus.
Wow, look at the great minds think alike. Look at that.
Trish proved that she could still go.
Yeah.
Lita didn't kill herself at Evolution.
Did a moonsault.
Which was fine.
Yeah.
This is a big match if it were to happen.
Yeah.
And it's a hell of a way to establish the women's tag titles.
I agree. Sasha and Bayley, I think, are still going to beat them. But
Yeah, they would have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I agree.
The only other scenario is maybe Mandy and Sonya win, defend against Bayley and Sasha at WrestleMania. The idea that all 4 horsewomen win the titles at WrestleMania, not necessarily, retain and a couple of them win, could be something they run with. But I think Bayley and Sasha winning, being the inaugural champs, is the right move, and it'll parlay into a big match at Mania.
Yeah.
I also have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line.
Oh, you did put them.
And I don't have the Raw tag titles, but I have the SmackDown tags.
Okay.
At post-Mania, when the shakeup comes and when they could put some establishing teams on Raw, maybe the New Day again, maybe Gallows and Anderson, maybe the Bar, maybe the Usos. Once they go to Raw, then the Raw tag division will start to creep up. But for now, it's definitely the afterthought here. This is where I start to go off the deep end.
Let me hear it.
I needed places for these people, and this is the best I have. I have Miz and Shane going to Mania as the champs.
Wow.
I think either at Mania or at the post Raw or the post WrestleMania SmackDown, that's when the turn happens. Because I think Miz and Shane lose at Mania. The fact that they're going to be fighting champions makes me feel like they could parlay that, run it to Mania. At the same time, they could just lose to the Usos and then just go into their feud.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
That's gonna happen too.
Well, that's what I'm predicting.
Predicting, yeah.
Yeah. If that I'll explain as I run down my card. If that happens, and I thought of a way to fix it. They team against a triple threat tag. I'm pausing because it's silly. Andrade and Rey Mysterio.
Oh.
Okay.
I needed a way to get them both on the card.
I agree.
Right.
If it's not them in this position, maybe they jump to the title match and New Day goes to the SmackDown tag titles.
Okay.
And then the Bar is also in there too, because they got to be somewhere.
Yep.
I would say put it on the hot hands, Andrade and Mysterio there, and then Miz and Shane turn on each other. But that's my SmackDown tag title match. I'm not confident in it. My next match, though, is Batista and Triple H.
Yes.
That's 150% contingent on whether or not Triple H is cleared for Mania. He started training last week.
Which is good.
From his injured pec or bicep or something.
I believe it was pec.
His pec.
Nasty injury.
Yeah, suffered a crown jewel. That show just killed momentum for a lot of people.
Yeah. But this match is happening, I think, too.
The thing is, like, if Triple H isn't working, then Batista's not working either.
No, you're right.
And you can't really parlay that into Batista versus someone because they planted the seeds for Batista and Triple H.
They did at SmackDown 1000, yeah.
I want to say that it's happening. If it doesn't happen, God, what was I going to do? Miz and Shane get the singles match there, and then it's just Usos replace them in the SmackDown tag title match. So the Usos, Andrade Mysterio, Cesaro and Sheamus.
Okay.
And then Miz and Shane is the singles. That's only if Triple H can't actually wrestle.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't put that on my card because I don't think Triple H.
I don't know. Because
I really don't know.
the diagnosis was that he was going to miss WrestleMania. That's just what happens when you tear your pec.
Yeah.
But he's Triple H, and he's not human.
That is true, too.
So, yeah. I also have a AJ Styles Randy Orton singles match. I thought that whether or not Styles won at the Rumble, he was going to fight Orton in WrestleMania, whether it was for the title or not.
Yeah.
I think that's just the one big match on SmackDown that you haven't seen yet. Both of them have been on SmackDown and survived 2 shakeups now and stayed on the blue brand.
Haven't faced each other really.
Yeah, and they're only one match in with each other.
It didn't get much time. It was a TV main event that was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, they kept them away from each other pretty good.
So it again, Styles is still, for all intents and purposes, the top babyface on SmackDown. Orton is still doing a heel thing. He's still the bad guy. If you believe Orton's original credence of when he first turned and he was talking about, hey, everyone else gets these, opportunities and I don't like all the special people, whatever. It seems like it fits naturally against each other. My final match for WrestleMania 35, last and certainly least, the 14 matches kind of hurt me with this. So this could have just been 2 singles matches, but I needed a way to get all of them on the card together, so I made this a tag match. Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre against Braun Strowman and John Cena.
Okay.
So Drew and Cena, obviously, we've been penciling that in. Corbin and Drew kind of came together to attack Braun on Monday on Raw, so I think they could run that through. I don't want to see Braun Strowman work a singles match and just beat somebody up.
I agree.
Kurt Angle could come out during this and cost Corbin a match, and the night after Mania, he could beat Corbin in singles. And it's like, oh, yay, Kurt Angle doesn't suck anymore. Like, that could just be his thing.
Well,
that's my card, and I'm just going to stick with it.
No, it's not bad.
I think it's all right.
Yeah.
It would be a good show. I just don't know how accurate I'd be with this.
It's not too bad.
Well, I'll tell you that we're all not 100% correct.
That's true, too. Yeah.
You never know what Vince is going to throw at us, but I like what we all have. Everybody brings something to the table.
Yeah.
So,
there's very few ways that WrestleMania could go wrong.
yeah.
Like, they can't really do this card dirty in very many ways.
Unless Dana Brooke beats Becky for her title shot.
Yeah. Like that, like doomsday scenario stuff
Yeah.
here. Like, I doubt Becky Lynch works a wrestling match between now and Mania because they're not going to risk her being hurt.
No, I agree.
They're like, Seth probably won't work that much leading up.
A lot of promos. A lot of maybe beat
Yeah, especially since the past was happening to Seth. Close to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh,
That scare at WrestleMania 33
With
where he
Triple H.
tore his MCL or something. Like,
Samoa Joe attacked him.
Yeah, hopefully he stays healthy too, because I really want to see him at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He deserves it too.
It was real good that he was able to get to his first Rumble this year. And hopefully he could parlay that to his first Mania.
Hope so.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I really don't want to hope for injuries, because that's the thing that's been like altering WWE for the past few years.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of injuries.
I think that's a big reason why, going back to WrestleMania 32, that we were just pooping on before.
Everybody's
Everyone
at
was
32.
Rollins, Cesaro, Cena, and Orton being 2 big things. They're both injured.
Yeah.
All injured.
33 was kind of got hit with the injury bug a little too.
A little bit.
Finn was cleared, but they didn't. They couldn't put him in
he was
anywhere.
wrestling at house shows.
Yeah. Who else? Samoa Joe was out. Who else was out? There's somebody else out.
Was Ambrose on that card?
He was on the pre-show.
Yeah, he was with Corbin on the pre-show. Sami Zayn might have been injured.
No, he was in the Andre.
No, he was in the Andre.
Yeah.
But there was a few injuries, but there was more than 32. 32 was really bad because of the injuries.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've got maybe 5 more minutes here. I would like to say my piece on Dean Ambrose leaving.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So the reports came out Monday after Raw that Ambrose was not going to sign a contract extension. He'll be leaving the company after his contract expires in April. And they were very cordial with their official statement on it. Usually just say, so-and-so got released. We wish him the best. But WWE put out a statement and said he's not going to be renewing his contract. We thank him for what he did for WWE and its fans, and we hope that one day he'll come back.
That last statement, we hope that he comes back.
Ambrose is not the type of person to go to AEW, I think.
I don't think so either.
He's gonna ride off in the sunset.
I feel like he's really going to retire at this.
Yeah.
Because his body's been through a lot, especially doing stuff in CZW.
Yeah.
And crazy wild stuff.
He'll come back for the Shield Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah.
I think, I don't necessarily think that it's him frustrated with WWE. I think it's just him frustrated with wrestling.
Yeah,
he just lost his spark for it, which is it's fine.
And I was surprised WWE put that out there because they usually don't do. They usually
don't address things like that.
I
right?
wish him the best.
Absolutely.
Let him do his thing, but I do feel like once the Undisputed Era is the hot shot in the company, maybe 3-4 years from now, they're at the top of their game. Roman's healthy, Seth is still around. And I still think
one more match,
one last Shield versus Undisputed Era.
If he's gone for like 3-4 years and he comes back for one match, just imagine that pop that he gets.
I think that we're going to get that eventually, not within the next 2 years. After 2 years,
we were just talking during the break about the possibility of when Seth wins the title at Mania, Roman and Dean come out and they do one last little Shield bump on the stage.
With that. That'd be the perfect way to end it too.
Yeah, and Dean rides off in the sunset,
kind of like the curtain call.
Yeah,
with the click.
Yeah,
something like that.
In a sense, they will all have their moment except Dean. It will feel, it will feel a little weird for him. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Dean was always clearly the third string in the Shield.
Yeah.
When you're in a group like the Shield, it's fine.
Yeah.
Roman's an all-time talent. Seth's an all-time talent. Dean was too, but obviously he didn't have some of the intangibles that Seth and Roman had. I just want to speak real quick about the people who say that he was underutilized. How a Grand Slam champion who had multiple title reigns, pay-per-view main events, and everything was underutilized is far beyond my comprehension. It's far beyond my pay grade. Again, it's a slippery slope when you say, just goes for anybody, when you say that, they should have been used better, they should have done this with them, that with them. Anytime you say someone should be higher up on the card, you got to pull someone lower down.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You want Dean to have, main event and more pay-per-views. Who do you take off these pay-per-view main events now? Braun? Then Braun doesn't get to where he is, and then you complain that Braun's underutilized. You want his first title reign, WWE title reign, to go longer, then AJ's first title reign isn't as good as it was because it doesn't start where it does. So it's always a tricky slope when trying to look back and say where they went wrong.
Yeah, it's like a real cause and effect thing.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you just kind of have to be happy about what they did get in the spotlight.
Don't forget, he won the Shield Triple Threat too.
Yeah,
he did.
The one and
only that they had in WWE.
Yeah, they had the FCW one way before they knew what was going on with them.
Yeah, which is nuts.
Yeah, I just think he will be underappreciated by a lot of people.
He'll be missed.
Yeah.
He'll be missed.
Like we said about this in the first hour, I think people take him for granted. Yeah. And once he leaves, it's going to be weird not seeing him on TV every week.
Yeah, because when he came back, he was a much better wrestler.
Yeah.
Much better wrestler.
Yeah. And there were years on end where he worked the most matches for WWE in a calendar year.
Yeah, when he was doing the thing with Cena and AJ, I think it was like 3 straight years.
Yeah.
He said he's worked over
200, 300 matches.
Crazy amount of a number of matches he had.
So those were our Mania cards. I thought that went well. Hopefully I'll get Jesse's card by the end of the day. And when I do, it'll be on our Twitter at NoRestBNR.
Follow us.
You could go and vote for your favorite WrestleMania card, and the winner will have bragging rights on next week's show. We got through a lot today. I'm real happy with it. Another great show. Thank you guys for coming out and braving the cold just to do a little talk show with me here.
Hey, it was fun. It was worth it.
I really enjoyed today's episode.
So worth it.
For Samori Rose and Stephen Clark, I'm Dante Vacatoro. Thank you once again for tuning in here on Brave New Radio. Keep it locked here. And remember, we're up this early because there's no rest holds for the weary. See you next week.
WPSC, Wayne, New Jersey. On the radio.